guys, back to Battle the Worst. We have a battle. Battle?
It was not a happy battle.
Since when were they happy battles?
Sometimes when we say, hey, we had a good time.
The three of us chose
Movies.
would it be a movie or would it just be a classic monster?
We did not choose classic monsters. I chose Bigfoot.
Hey, baby. Do those hillbillies fix you up outside? I know it hurts. Come lay next to Mama. Baby.
Which has been cited throughout ages.
For long before Dracula and everything, yes, of course.
Classic monster.
It's not really classic.
We're gonna do it by order of what we saw because I forgot.
It was Queen Dracula.
You're a hard sell. I've never had to work so hard to get somebody to want me. I hope you don't mind. I'm taking a bath. I've been so dirty.
Yes.
Queen Dracula.
Actually, they just called her D. So Queen D.
Yeah.
Honestly, we were excited with that one because it was only 57 minutes. I regret it.
It opens up with a house. A normal
The guy
suburban
walks
house.
across.
A man walks down from the
Left to right.
Oh yes, but from the mailbox down his driveway into his
the
house.
Changes the light bulb.
Keeps it dark. It stays dark for a long time. Walks in.
He turns on the light. He turns on the light.
Twists it
four
times.
Wait,
to
you're
one
missing
man.
it. Crucial. He turns on the light. Then he turns off the light.
Then the light must have
he
been not
shouldn't
good
have
enough.
done
It wasn't good enough.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't good enough.
Nah.
So he twists it 4 times, gets it out. It only took one man to screw in this light bulb. As he pulls in another and changes it, tests it. It's the exact same light. Does not change whatsoever. Then he walks out. Outside.
He meets a woman.
How many lumens do you think it was? Like 12?
Let me introduce myself. I'm Van Nelson. You heard of me? Yeah? I'll make it stop.
One person's but then the other person's
to speak.
No. I think there's some information we're missing here, but you know what? It's cool.
There'll be no more vampires.
Hey, keep doing that. What you doing? And then we get who's Mina?
Yeah, Mina and I don't even remember.
Mina with
Lucy
Airbow
and
sister.
Mina.
scared fat face. Was it Lucy that had the bow in the hair?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The stupid bow right there.
And the
And
dad.
everybody is hardcore from the South.
Well, the dad was.
We're
hardcore.
like a Georgia peach.
The dad was hardcore, like up against a pane of glass that we didn't see because his nose was to the right.
He had an invisible wall around his face.
He was the best mime because he couldn't get out of it.
But
Oh,
And
yeah.
what's funny
it's
is-
called a dedication.
well, there you go. A dedication.
Yeah.
It was dedicated to. And I feel really bad that this guy, the only
No.
people who will ever remember he existed was the people who want to watch Queen D.
Don't talk like that, Dad.
What? You're the one that's always yelling about freedom of speech.
Yeah, I believe in the freedom of speech if you're passionate about something. And the thing is, you're not. You're just hurting because Mom is gone, and that's understandable. I feel broken too.
So do I.
So apparently, with this family that lives so poor, there's a dowry. And this family, the only people who could have this dowry is only when these girls get married. One girl's pretending to be a lesbian, and she dresses up like one, so that way no boys would be all over me, and if they knew I was straight.
Mommy
Wait,
left me
hold on.
$4.
Mama must have
going.
left $24 because the family, all they can eat is tuna,
Beans.
beans, and
And,
popcorn.
You want to make... I love Dracula. I want to have sex with a girl Dracula.
Keep in mind.
First off, before we go up people's nose, I got excited with the still shot and us traveling.
So are you available?
Maybe I'm not interested in you.
Not interested in me?
And apparently everybody is trying to go for it. Everybody's going for Mina. And then you get the most realistic green screens I've seen in the longest time. I mean, you don't see this in Hollywood budget films. We couldn't tell that it was green screen. We thought literally the cameraman was having a seizure and the video was breaking. Driving, apparently. He could drive from the south to Transylvania.
Honey, my car has wings.
We could walk to Asia.
Walk to Asia.
But why was he even going to Transylvania? We didn't even talk about...
Oh, because he got a postcard that said,
Wait, while he was standing
"Hey
outside...
everybody, here's D. Love D."
Why did the light hurt the vampire in the very beginning, 1987? But then... the Dracula girl could go out in the day.
Well, yeah.
Remember they were talking about her ring? I wonder if it's like in Vampire Diaries where they have the ring that they can be outside and it like protects them.
What is this Vampire Diaries?
Vampire Diaries because we don't have a vagina.
You know, why did they do a green screen? Why didn't they just shoot through a car while they were driving 2 miles an hour?
Because they didn't have cars. They could barely afford tuna. So,
oh wait, he goes into that house that has a whole bunch of people there that we had no idea that they were there.
The fat guy who's like, "Why are you here?" And then he walks up to him, "Why are you here? Why are you in my house?
And I'm gonna walk in anyways.
Why are you in the house?" And he's just like walking him into the house. And apparently there's 5 people in that house. Who knew?
He was extremely hot because, and wanted to make out with the
tried to touch his Peter.
The one.
You're the one that he wants. I don't know if I can resist myself.
Mime was being attacked by this lusty vampire. The vampire then gets a weird rope around her neck and pulled all the way into the garage.
Everybody else is...
Jonathan, I've been waiting for you. Boys, I've made a bit of a mess in the garage.
Wow.
Clear eyes.
Hi, what y'all doing down here? She had blood all over her, and then he was like, "Oh, that's bad." And then she goes, "Oh, hold on, let me change." And literally, she's wearing like a weird bikini thing, and she still has the blood all over her. What do you think about this? Huh?
You can call me D.
What does that stand for?
Dominatrix. It stands for anything you want it to, Jonathan.
Well, why did you call me here?
Because I see an opportunity.
Falling asleep, and he woke up.
No. She tried to.
Oh my God!
Seduce
Hold
him,
on, I forgot.
And they tried to have intercourse.
I forgot the retarded mother scene of her doing peekaboo, and we're following her because that's what he dreams of all of a sudden, and then he finds the one girl taking a bath.
He has like she's going. Would you like me if I was like this?
It's retard.
Is awoken and is like, "I'm not doing this. You're not so and so," and then gets up.
He tries to go out the closet,
and then all of a sudden she's in the bath going, okay, you don't want to be with me. What if I give you another alternative?
He offers his daughter. Meanwhile, Fatty Patty at the single lane drugstore gets hit on, and she cries outside next to the ladder.
The deuce ladder.
The double deuce ladder.
Apparently, it's a ladder that you have to climb in order to poop off of.
That's what Van was doing. He's like, "Oh, you out here too?"
Dialed.
She gets a voicemail, and I think he meant to leave a voicemail, but then didn't end the call. So then he's just talking to someone, but she then hears that part.
Probably, we don't know.
We're not.
All of a sudden, she has her phone and just
she was using it.
She heard almost like she was eavesdropping. And like, oh, I'm hearing all this crap. Like, how'd you? I don't know. My dad gets home. Bo girl gets mad.
Attack.
Hey, don't you say these things to my papa! And she starts fighting like this. Ah!
Oh,
you're not gonna be my mom.
Well, she obviously hits the couch right beside her.
Oh, and then it turns really bad. They have to put her in a no. They put her in a dress-up shirt that she pretends is a.
And she keeps doing chicken
straight jacket. Because she thought that was a straight jacket.
She gets out from Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt's long-lost brother, who is equally fat as Chris Pratt before Chris Pratt went to the Guardians of the Galaxy. Then we got Van Helsing show up at the house wanting to...
oh, yeah. He was like, you got a vampire. And she's like, what? I'm like, I'll come help. I got nothing else to do. You think I work here?
Then they go to the house to attack it with water guns.
Yeah, you can still squirt them.
Keep your eyes open.
What are we looking for?
Something shiny.
You know, Billy down the street, he got a drone. Oh, you know what? Let's make a vampire movie.
What? And then Mina just goes in there and stabs everybody.
Behind
in the
camera,
reflection goes
smiling and laughing and
yeah. Bo girl is going. Isn't this funny?
And then we got really depressed
because there's two more. So, then we went straight to Bigfoot, and there was it was Bigfoot's Wild Weekend.
Or leave it on. Come on, let's party.
Yes.
Even though it really didn't, it was longer than a weekend.
The book I'm reading has this chapter on Sasquatch. What is Sasquatch?
Shot a whole bunch of random scenes of Bigfoot and then spliced it together.
Really? Yeah, there was less Bigfoot than I thought it would be.
It's like they wanted it to be Girls Gone Wild with as much topless nudity that it had.
It was very tame of what I thought it was going to do.
Boy, what is wrong with you? A bunch of half-naked women go running by and you're staring at me. There is no way that you came from these loins.
You'll have a bunch of bad boobs.
Bitty boobs.
No.
And Bigfoot.
A bunch of bad boobs and Bigfoot.
We can't do that because bad could also mean cool, like good.
Oh, well, no, not nowadays.
You can't do that.
When you choose a movie that is straight up just comedy, sometimes the worst comedies could be the worst movies to ever sit through. The movie starts out, these girls go into the water, and then eventually just
Some
take off
nasty
their top.
water.
They just take off their top for no reason.
Well,
and then just go for about 5 seconds.
While a guy goes fishing, they steal his beer. Bigfoot steals his beer, and then Bigfoot shows up next to the ladies and goes, "Got beer." Cameo, Ellen DeGeneres is in the movie.
No, she's in the whole movie.
Yeah. So the newspaper,
Tattletale.
Tattletale said, "Hey, there's a bunch of Bigfoot sightings."
Mm-hmm.
James, this could be huge. Just get down there and get me that story no matter what.
Reform group.
Oh, yeah.
Deciding to go camping.
Hyman's Reform School.
Are you princesses done chatting? If we don't get a move on, traffic's gonna be a bitch. Now move it!
So there's really just 4 girls and plus a teacher going camping.
And like the security guard driver.
She's never said that before.
What was that?
She said the instructions are in German.
It's actually pretty simple if you aren't a moron.
One eternity later.
So after they put up a tent that they couldn't put up,
Sweetheart.
People, 3 hicks in the woods hunting Bigfoot as well.
Till I found out about the reward.
that was from the bar.
That's from the dance-off bar.
Would you two stop? You both know she's mine, right?
Dance-off, pants-off bar.
That's when you learned about Ling.
So 1 free entree at Ling's Chinese and Italian restaurant in Norfolk.
This is just, you can get Italian food and you can get
Whoa,
Chinese food.
whoa,
I don't think
whoa,
they're saying it's
hold
like,
on. What do you mean? We haven't been there. We didn't look at the menu.
Ling's menu would be amazing. Okay,
that's more interesting than this entire movie.
It's just an owl.
Even though nothing was happening.
There was a lot of humor going on at that point, so I ended up laughing my head off during the... Do we have the footage of me laughing really hard during that scene? Then they all go to the water hole, and they start stripping and doing all that stuff.
Is he doing what I think he's doing?
Gross. Come on, let's get out of here.
And then it's just them just kind of running around, and nobody progresses anything in the story until...
What are you planning on doing?
I'm gonna shoot him right between the eyes. Then maybe make a vest out of his skin.
They get their kind of story, kind of the end.
No, this movie... So we missed a couple of parts where it's just like they randomly stumble upon stoners who are like, "Bro, we totally were smoking out with Bigfoot.
We didn't smoke out with
Dude,
Bigfoot.
he's so
we got wasted with Bigfoot.
He parties so hard, bro.
He knows how to party, bro.
It's totally...
He knocks me out, and then he knocks my friend out.
Bro,
oh my God.
He stole my bong.
He stole your bong?
He stole my bong, bro. Yet we didn't see anything about my bong in the flashback.
No, there wasn't even a bong. There was just a thing of weed.
Dude, and it's the smallest little weed. We couldn't get high.
No.
Unless we were getting...
His thumb's too big, bro.
So yeah. That's what happened, bro.
And then we even have a little cut in at the very end, listening to Bigfoot talk while we were like this.
Yeah.
Going,
And that's really how it ends, bruh.
I don't know where you're hiding this time or how I'll find you.
I wanted something that was the Invisible Man. So we found
the
ghost,
the boy in a box,
a ghost, and a boy with a box on his head.
This is real.
It's gotta win an award.
Oh
for the
yeah,
longest
okay. So
title.
all we have to do is remember the one segment where she dressed up as a ghost and he was a boy with a box on his head.
Yeah. But we don't.
Had an ever-changing mouth. So what the hell happened here?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you need those? Did you buy your shirt and then lose the buttons? No? You don't talk very much. Oh.
It was an artsy film that wanted to be pretentious and didn't make sense.
It was pretentious.
He was a lion.
What's the story?
Well, there was a man who dreamed he was a lion. But when he woke...
So...
Thought it was smarter than it was.
The movie thought it was smarter than it was. It was acted very well.
Yes.
This was acted very well. I cared so much for the crippled guy. I cared so much. But it was...
Whoa! Did you see that?
Absolutely shoddily done completely. There were a few cool little things where you went, that's
What
cool,
were those things
but then
that you liked?
So, starting the tour.
When a TV is going out or when something is going out that actually happens and actually plugging that in. But the whole movie in a nutshell.
Well, it starts with them stealing buttons.
Oh, I was going to go a lot quicker than that.
I'm not. It starts with because it's not real. It's really fast.
They didn't steal buttons in the very beginning. He's all alone going through the woods, and it says November.
No, that wasn't him. And then apparently we were supposed to know that was his mom. He kept looking at her, and she kept looking back at him, and I was like, okay, he's got an older woman fetish. And then no, he stumbles upon this one girl stealing buttons.
While he's stealing buttons, I thought he was just like making a magnet man.
But I wasn't sure that was...
I thought it was magnets. I didn't know it was buttons. So the idea was, she goes, no, you go the buttons. No, you get the buttons. You showed up first. And then you're like, well, let's go check the security footage and find out. So that's why they went there, snuck into the security room, realized that everybody with a security badge and everything has a mustache. So they find a fake mustache. Then they get the security guy to show up. Then they rewind the footage, so able to see the two people. And then they find out, oh, look, who's actually there. And then they ran away. Then they went to the park. That was
then one of 12 musical montages.
You've got to...
This guy is
And then he takes her home to see Mother painting red.
Which is supposed to be days later, so they've known each other for a little while.
And that's when he finds out that his best friend disappears.
This girl is actually a figment of his imagination, and his mother literally puts him into an insane person's place.
Where everyone has their social time. And we can feel free to express ourselves in this room.
Stopped.
decommissioned.
So insane asylums where they actually like, oh, we'll lobotomize and stuff. They don't actually happen. No, there's state funded things, but it's more like a nursing home.
Anyways,
so we're doing a review.
Insane asylum. There's a bunch of cool characters in this insane asylum. I would have loved to explore some of these characters.
I like the guy.
It would have been better than Glass.
I like the guy who was like randomly gets angry and he's like, "Hey, you need to steal this," and he's like, "I don't want to," and then he goes, "No, those are really cool," and he's like, "They are really cool. I'm gonna go steal them." And the guy just looks so weird and stuff. I was like, "Oh, I like him. He's cool."
I'd say his walk was awesome.
I love how at one point he had no shirt on, and he eventually found a shirt in somebody else's room, and it's only half a shirt.
Yeah.
And he's just like still like, yeah, I'm cool.
And then
like,
for some reason they're walking from one end to the thing to the other. It's not like they're going to another room over here. That's a window. But it was good.
The boy
that was
and
funny.
the girl main stars of this. It did really good. They actually acted really well for one of their first things ever. The boy was only in 3 things, and literally that was his first thing he's ever done. The Eddie, the crippled guy, he literally hasn't really done anything either. Everybody did fantastic.
What is the worst movie of the night?
Queen of the D.
Queen of the D. Your go?
I'm going to have to say Queen of the D. I'm not going to go with Queen of the D ever again. See, at least
I would watch that because it had multiple things that I found funny about it. Sasquatch movie had nothing funny to talk about. We had to make something funny to talk about. Who chose the
Queen D?
You won.
She chose Queen D.
You won. Good job. You get.
So
we
proud.
don't. Do we have the trophy around?
Yeah, it's over there.
And guys, thank you, and keep watching really bad movies.